has changed, and so we are going to have our discussion centering there, but also nabiki ebyetagisa omuntu okwegatta ku LDU and lwaki kizze mu kiseera kino. Byonna Mwami Charles Kabona agenda kutuyambako okwongera okubitegeera, but for now kiriza asukakulamuseeko tubeere nga tutandikira kusoboza ku bantu.
Muzze mutya bassebo n'abanyabo abatulaba amaanya n'eddoboozi ne Major Charles Kabona ate nkola ng'omwogezi wa UPDF owa First Division yetwala Central Region. Good morning our dear viewers, my name is Major Charles Kabona and I'm the spokesperson for UPDF First Division.
Okay. Thank you Afande. Tusanze okubanga tukulaba. Afande oli mupya mu kwogerera division yeje erisooka rather kitongole ekibinja ekisooka at some point nakitegerako nti waliko Somalia nojja Embarara. How is the UPDF so far? Let's start it from there. Mutambula mutya so far ng'eggye lya Uganda.
So far UPDF we are performing very well. Tutambula bulungi nnyo kubanga bw'omanyi UPDF magye g'abantu, magye ga mpisa ate byonna tukolera wamu n'abantu be Uganda. Tuleese emirembe mu ggwanga lyaffe Uganda naye nga tukolera wamu na other security organs n'abantu be Uganda wamu. Therefore we are doing very well. We are doing very well and we are trying to ensure that we achieve our constitutional mandate
as the UPDF.
As a UPDF.
Good. Afande, we go straight to the point. You are seeking to recruit over 10,000 personnel more local defense unit. First of all, why this time?
Thank you very much, Mr. Adam. Our core mandate as UPDF and any other security organ. Omulimu gwaffe mukulu. I will be mixing Luganda and English for our dear listeners there to understand. Omulimu gwaffe mukulu kulaba nga tunyweza ebyokwerinda mu ggwanga. Kati okugezaawo okuddamu okuwandiika aba local defense personnel sigo gusoose. It's not the first time. We have been doing it. Tuze nga tukikola ate njagala kwebaza aba local defense personnel omulimu omulungi ogubakoze kuva emabega eyo. Ndowooza kyajjukira how the situation was especially mu Central Region. Kampala. Kati nabo twabaleeta no board kulaba nga tunyweza ebyokwerinda ate ndowooza they have done a commendable job. This time around the UPDF leadership basalamu okuddamu okuwandiika aba local defense personnel abangi mubamanyi nga local defense unit. They are local defense personnel omutwalo gumu. This time it is a general exercise. It is countrywide. It is countrywide. Naye in the past we could do it maybe in specific places basing on the need on the ground, but this time we are carrying this exercise countrywide.
Why?
Because there is a need to ensure that we strengthen security in those areas where they have identified maybe some gaps. As you know, the police force sigamba nyingi nyo on the ground. They are not very many. In some areas you find there are very few policemen. In some areas where they're supposed to have police posts are not there, and there is some scarcity of manpower on the ground. Complementing security organ nga police nokudamu kulaba there is security at a grassroots level, because that's our core mandate.
Okay, good. We shall come back to the recruitment part. Afande, biri bumwatandika recruiting about 2018, 2019? One of the two. Aba LDU nebatandika okukola emirimu gyabwe. How do you assess their performance then? Bali abaasookawo nga waliwo urban crime nyingi nnyo. Abamu ku Bannayuganda baavaayo ne beemulugunya ku modus operandi eya LDU. At some point twalaba nga mubasika ne mu bifo gye baali ne mubatwala ne muddamu ne muba traininga ne mubakomyawo ate ekiro. What do you have to say? How do you assess performance y'aba LDU bali abaasooka?
So far so good, and they have performed very well. They have performed very well despite of other challenges, and maybe where some few individuals could have erred. But the performance was excellent, because we have to compare how the situation was in the past and how the situation is today. These negative elements that were trying to destabilize some parts of this country, especially the central region, where are they? Balinga bakwata abachala, you still remember?
Wakiso
and everywhere. You know the situation how it was. They did a very good job. But ngobomanyi waliko bakola mwensobi. We have to accept that one. There are some who made some mistakes during their methods while implementing the operations.
Were they mistakes or yes. Because twabalabanga bachikola severally masasirero during the course of their work ne babantu emigo in a way batwaliranga amateeka mu ngalo. What caused that? Was it the training?
No, not in the training at all. Of course, it is true there are some few individuals. The general force of LDU or local defense personnel did a commendable job. And I think the public also really agrees with me. But there are some isolated cases where some few individuals could make mistakes. That one, we also agree on that one. A small percentage made mistakes. But I can say that like 99% of LDUs did a commendable job. But those who made mistakes, abakola mwensobi, bali bakola ensobi zino ng'abantu. They were doing these mistakes as individuals, not reflecting institutional position. For example, when they give you an assignment to go and guard a place, you are briefed before you go. Secondly, you were trained. Because you are trained, they undergo a military training. They undergo military law. They know what to do.
No, but their behavior was different. Was different from mwe abamaje. Bannayuganda bangi yafande want to associate with the UPDF.
Yes.
Olw'enneeyisa, olw'engeri gye bakolamu emirimu gyabwe. You are commended for being highly professional.
True.
But again, bwe muba nga mwe mu training aba LDU ne tubalaba nga they are acting contrary to your code of conduct as UPDF. When someone tells you maybe training mubawa ya kibogwe nga yevaako obuzibu omuntu oyo aba talina nsonga.
I wouldn't wish to apply a principle of generalization to generalize that all LDUs bakola ensobi. Tukiriza, there are some who made mistakes. There are some who made mistakes. But if you made a mistake, that means you have done it as an individual. It's an individual error. What you have done does not reflect the institutional position. And really to understand that really they were making individual mistakes, not institutional mistakes. You can ask yourself, what action did we take as an institution? Did we glorify the evils committed by these errant LDPs or local defense personnel? The answer is absolutely no.
So what causes the difference in behavior?
Of course,
because even the UPDF constitutes of individuals, just like the LDU. But tetulaba ba officer ba UPDF nga beeyisa nga ba LDU beeyisa.
But those who made mistakes, that is how they were handled. That's number one. They were identified. Some of them were handled administratively because we have administrative structures as an institution, and we also have legal framework as an institution. Indeed, those ones who made mistakes and did things that are contrary to the UPDF methods of work were taken courts of law, and some of them were.
Aba LDU babakola emirimu bajja wa ebiragiro. Where do they get their command?
LDU, they fall under reserve forces, and reserve forces, it is one of the forces that form UPDF. We have different services. We have land forces, we have air forces, we have special forces command, and we also have I talked about land forces and reserve forces, then special forces and air forces. Therefore, LDUs also fall under reserve forces, but they fall under UPDF. Cut a long story short. Good. But what I want to really to make it categorically very clear. Those who made mistakes, we do not glorify their evils. And as an institution, we came out during several occasions, even to apologize. But not only stopping on apologizing, but to take a legal action on those individuals who made mistakes.
Well, but the last time I checked, about LDU uniform ze bambala tekwaliko mannya nga bwe ndaba ku uniform yo ndabako linnya lyo. Many of these did not have these name tags. Has that since changed?
No.
So they remain there. They are not identifiable. Bakola emirimu gyabwe afande ne batuusa obuzibu ku bantu nga bwe twabalaba then naye nga abantu tebasobola ku identify nti kabona yankoze kino kamulope mu bakamaabe.
No, LDUs, they are also supposed to have name tags. They are also supposed to have name tags. Because by the LDUs fall under our command and control. If you have been keenly observing them, especially in central region here, apart from putting on a different uniform, you will find out that the one who is commanding them, where they are deployed, there is an army personnel. Maybe a corporal, maybe a sergeant, maybe a lance corporal, who is their overall commander at their deployment. That one means they are directly under us. But those ones who could make mistakes, they could not do that mistake or commit that mistakes when the leader is aware. Or that officer could tell them to go and make a mistake. As human beings, they could also go out and make mistakes.
Okay, name tags. Why not give them name tags?
They have name tags. But this name tag is not permanently fixed here. You can remove it. But removing it, why do you remove it after all? Which means we may be having a wrong intention to remove this name tag. But it's supposed to be there to be easily identified. Because when people know you, also it acts as a measure.
Aba LDU abasinga tebalina name tags.
Bazijako. Bazilina naye ndo sometimes those ones who could be planning to make a mistake, they could remove them. But if we find you when you don't have a name tag, you must give us a reason why you don't have a name tag. Why? Because you were given a name tag, it's supposed to be on your shirt. Why don't you want people to know you?
Okay, bwe baba nga bali under you nga UPDF, lwaki ebbanga lye mutuwala nga muba traininga lyawukana? Mwaba UPDF, you take a longer time compared to them. Why? Why is it so? Why the difference?
Most of you'll find that these LDUs, local defense personnel, nga sinaba kugenda ku the exercise which we are in. We shall talk about it in depth. LDUs are good from their communities, taken for training, then they come back in their areas. Therefore, they're supposed to serve in those areas where they come from. Unlike the UPDF, you can serve in every part of this country. That's number one. You can serve outside the country, basing on the mission. We are in Somalia. And that one also calls for a long training, because the course units you have to cover for UPDF, they may take a long time than compared to LDUs. But we have seen us taking these LDUs back for refresher courses. And refresher courses are aimed at equipping you with more knowledge and more skills, so that you can improve service delivery on the ground.
Okay, afande bw'otunula ku screen now, abamu ku basirikale boyogerako aba LDU beebo nga bali mu training. Olaba amasaati gaabwe ago amanya tegaliiko.
Yes, I can see.
But also, I don't know, tugambye balina name tags abamu bazijjako, but I have personally observed, I've witnessed so many of them. Actually, I want to tell you, siramanga kuwa LDU alina name tag ku saati ye. I'm wondering, abayina amanya ago gavaawa. To be very honest, I was alive to the fact nti aba LDU abasooka bakola for a long time nga tebalina manya. None of them actually had, and it was, I think, deliberate. And I wondered, and I still wonder, mwalabanga tebiri necessary, ate nga bakola mu community, nga basobola okumisbehavinga, ng'osanga omuntu ng'owa LDU alina kyamukoze naye nga mpaabiraani gwe simanyi. Because afande bw'onkola ekintu nsobola okulaba nti gwe kabona n'enkuloopa.
Kutegeera. Aka video clip akola baako bali ku training. That was, I think, part of their, when we were passing out.
Yes.
That's the passing out of the LDUs. And when you were in the training, or you were on the passing out, Amanya, it's not a problem. You can remove the name because it's no problem. But when you come back to work in the community, because the purpose of this name is to be easily identified. And also it can also control you when you want to do something wrong, when the name is there. And also the members of the public, it's also important that you play an instrumental role to give us such information. I'm so grateful to the media fraternity for the good work you have been doing as far as informing us on some wrongdoings of our personnel. Okay. Because when you tell us, we also go back and take action. Okay. Because security and discipline, it is important for all of us.
Okay, so about LD about misbehaving because bali mu community, bali mu society, where are they reported?
Good. When an LDU makes a mistake, you have very many areas where you can report an LDU.
What?
First and foremost, as I told you,
because okay, bali under you.
Yes.
But again, abantu bali closest to the people. Ye police.
LDUs ojakusanga most of the time where they are deployed. For example, if we have deployed LDUs in Ntinda, they have a place where they are based. I could call it a detach. Babanga vamu ku detach kumacha, bafuna briefing kumacha, nga bagenda kutandika patrol zabo. And it does no harm when you go to that detach, no gamba, I want to talk to the commander. I have an issue to discuss with the commander. Detach is anywhere where you see LDUs. There is a
detach. One Muntinda, we tuli kati. Nzengo muntu wa bulijjo. By the way, I'm a journalist. Sobola kugamba nti detach ya LDU wano weri. So I'm imagining other people.
Now, whenever you see LDUs moving, that means in that vicinity, that is where we have a detach. And it is easy to trace it, especially today. It is easy to trace. Because there is a place they have to go and maybe and make some administrative issues and come back.
Okay.
That's one. Two, even if you report to the police, because we work to the police, and when we put these LDUs under the police, for example, the police can come and request for reinforcement based on the need and based on the situations. The police takes the lead. For example, if there is a challenge and the police feels they are supposed to be reinforced by the LDUs, the police takes the lead of that operation.
Okay.
You have been seeing us in Kampala trying to bring sanity in Kampala when we had incidents like in the riots and what. The police takes the lead because the police has been very, very close to the communities and the police has been there for a long time. They know each and every corner. Therefore, you can go to the police, you talk to the OC, okay. You say there are some LDUs who were patrolling in these areas of Ntinda and they are misbehaving. Good. And you can even if they have not committed an offense, but you see that LDP or local defense personnel is almost committing a crime. Yeah, he could have committed a crime, or is committing a crime, or is almost committing a crime. It's your responsibility as a citizen also to give information to relevant authorities. Even if you inform the LOC, because when these LOCs are carrying out operations, the
LOC1 yes. Police nekolera kyo musajja wa LDU we sobola na ku identifying.
Ochimanyi ngufenga UPDF, we are under the civilian authority.
You're meant to be.
No, we are not
constitutionally.
We are under the civilian authority. No tubanga tugenda kukolo mukolo nga guno gola baguno any celebration in that area, the LOC1, before the president speaks, he must also speak because it's the area of that area. Because if tuli bakozi ba civilians, me, I'm under you, by the way. You are my boss.
That's ideal.
Yes. Yes.
That's ideal.
Yes.
But when it comes to real work, we've seen how some of your officers actually act so brutally, act so arrogantly. You cannot really say you're under civilian authority.
Because that's a constitutional provision. And we are under constitution, whereby we are supposed to be national in character, we are supposed to be patriotic, we are supposed to be pro-people,
but are you?
Disciplined, professional, and subjective to civilian authority. That's what the constitution talks about, and that's what we are. Not only talking about, that's what we are. But
afande kankuumuze mukatono je tutandikirawo okyali ku Baba TV nze Adam Konga afande Charles Kabona ayogerera jje lya Uganda ekibinja ekisooka that is Central Region, kitwaliramu n'aba local defense personnel oba local defense unit. Tunywa ku mazzi katono bwe tujja we dig deeper into the ongoing process ey'okuwandiisa bannamagye oba bannayuganda beetaaga okwegatta ku ggye ku kitongole kya LDU ekiri under the Uganda People's Defence Forces tovaawo katujje.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Ulira alakala chakola mpa.
Hii bakidao.
Ado.
Chicho tukoze.
Mazima no tukolako pate no tatuita.
Alakala yekikoze. Batukolede alakala extra tene ekyokunywa ekya upepo.
Alakala upepo ne alakala extra bisangibwa mu maduuka gonna. Essimu noti 785 16 nkaga mwemu 38 oba noti 752 15 kyenda mwemu 73.
Kale mwene munegateko tujagulije wamu upepo alakala manyi ddala.
Get yourself a Zuku TV decoder and satellite dish today at a low price of only 105,000 Ugandan shillings and a Zuku decoder at only 60,000 Ugandan shillings and enjoy your favorite movies, series, kids entertainment, music, local and international news and lots more. Enjoy amazing packages like Zuku Smart, Zuku Smart Plus, Zuku Classic, Zuku Premium and Zuku Asia. Get connected today. Zuku, life got better.
Parallax Design Construction Company Limited esangibwa ku Muwanga Road kumpi ne Fusion Auto Spy Munyonyo bebakugu mu kuzimba mayumba n'okuzimbisa teknologi omupya w'ebyuma bya steel. Teknologi ono akikkiriza ebitundu 3.5 ku buli 100 ku ssente ze wantadde ku kizimbe. Bano ba expert mu kuzimba biodigester tanks ate nga za ssente ensaamusaamu okuzirabira kwa bwereere zikozesa ka space katono nnyo zibeerako ne garanti ya myaka 10. Bebakugu mu kuzimba kalina ne teknologi omupya w'ebyuma bya steel ne structures zonna ez'enjawulo. Bw'oba weetaaga abazimbi biyune babafune ku ssimu 0705 63 53 38 oba 0774 44 03 67. Beba Parallax Design Construction Company Limited Munyonyo.
It is in our passion. It is in our achievements. It is in our architecture and our heritage. It is in the way we nurture and innovate. Imagine if everything we learned led to the one job you have always wanted. The journey isn't always easy, but with the right support, we can succeed and be anything we put our minds to. We come from diverse backgrounds, united by a single purpose, improving our lives through intrication and achieving more than you dreamt possible. Lubega Institute of Nursing and Medical Sciences. To register, pick application forms both at our Kampala office and Iganga campus. Lubega Institute of Nursing and Medical Sciences, nurturing professional excellence.
Corona taliko mugezi, taliko musiru, taliko mugagga, taliko mwavu. Tugayaliridde okubeera nga twambala obukokolo nga tulowooza nti corona taliiwo. Tugayaliridde ebyo byateekebwawo gavumenti ne minisitule y'obulamu, wabula corona kasogayalira ebyo ebimukutuusaako corona akukwata ate ayinza n'okuggyawo obulamu bwo.
Weewala okukwatibwa akawuka ka COVID-19 ng'okola bino wammanga, naaba mu ngalo ne sabbuuni, yambala masiki yo, teekawo akabanga wakati wo n'abakuliraanye, weewala omujjuzo, sigala ewaka, weewala okukwata mu ngalo wamu n'okwegwa mu bifuba, genda bakugeme.
asangibwa enambole bakuloga oyagala kuza emalogo omwagala oyakulekawo ayinza okubanga ali bulaya oba ali muno oyinza okubanga tozaala naawe omwami enyuma musaizi nga n'amaanyi g'esajja gakendera jangu mulongo fiina abikolako omwana omuwala ofuma bwagaana tiwagenda nakakande ekyogo wekiri ekyambuula ekyemikisa bizinesi yo tetambula bulungi ababbi bakubba oyagala kuzaa bakubba jangu mulongo fiina kutereza embeera zo nga nkujjanjabe nga nkwesa eddagala lyaffe ery'obutonde mulongo fiina asangibwa enambole
Oidwa oyinza okwagaana abaana bo nga babulire mu supermarket tolowooza ino ekyokwira mu kyangu ng'abakulu boonabenda ebintu ebitegekeibwa abakugu eby'omutindo nga biri fresh ate nga biwooma loza ku Sam's Crisps. Sam's Crisps ayidirambika eby'endawulo okuli ennim ebibala salt and vinegar kamulali enaana ediwooma n'ebindi kamaala ate ng'osobola okubyagaana ku idduuka erikuli okumpi oba mu supermarket. Sam's loza ku kyendawulo.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Welcome back, Adam Kungu gegange ganga muka extra ye program Major Charles Kabona ayogerera kibinja cha UPDF ekisooka first division eya UPDF angeno yetwala amasekati ga Uganda omuli naba local defense personnel oba local defense unit LDU nga tukuba touch mu nteekateeka gena maaso kati ey'okubawandiisa bana Uganda across the country abeetaaga okwegatta ku kitongole kino. Well, afande, you are currently recruiting. Mwatandika ddi, muwandiikaani, mukoma ddi, biki ebyetaagisa?
Obale nnyo mukama wange Adams. UPDF yatandika program y'okuwandiika abagala kuyingira ejje ekuuma byalo. Naye program mpanvu kubanga yatandika enaku nga 23 ogw'omunaana ejja kuba nga tugikomekereza enaku 16 ogw'omwenda. Naye ng'obwomanyi the whole world in general and Uganda in particular we are attacked by COVID-19, which is a global threat and which has changed the world order. Everything has changed, whether politically, whether economically or socially. There is a change now. We are doing things in a different way because we need to survive. Now this time, twatandika enaku 23 phase esooka tugenda mu phases kati. Unlike the past, in the past we are not going in phases because in the past UPDF yalinge etwala teams zaayo mu districts kuwandiika. Teams could go and recruit from there. But this time, because of the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, we have changed on our methods of work. Naffe tutusizaamu kubanga twagala tugende mu district ate contributing spreading obulwadde bwa COVID-19 because people have to gather.
Yeah.
This time, the UPDF leadership deemed it fit that all interested candidates abagala kuyingira abavubuka ejje ekuuma byalo ekibagenda kukola bagende bawandiike application zaabwe ng'amaze kugiwandiika agitwale owa RDC mu office ya RDC mu district yavaamu. Eyo program y'okuwandiika oba y'okusubmitting application, handwritten application yatandika enaku 23 ogw'omunaana ntugikomekereza enaku 28 ogw'omunaana. That was from the other Monday to the last Saturday. Your phase yali nkulu nnyo because that's when you express your interest of joining as a local defense personnel. Ng'owandiikira Chief of Defense Forces, Minister of Defense, stroke UPDF, Mbuya headquarters. That's your address. This time tutusizaamu ne qualifications nga twagala omuntu abeere wa senior 4. To take you back, ng'otute application ogituuka mu office ya RDC nga tulinako giso oba diso abeerawo. Even we also had our staff, omusekale waffe, the one in charge for receiving applications ezo. Kati 28 twagalawo submission, no more submission.
So tewakyali muntu yenna asobola kuwaayo application okwegatta ku LDU.
Twagalawo kati ffe kati kitukoze kugenda kukima applications ezo kutandika 28 ntuzireeta ku headquarter Mbuya. We brought those applications to the headquarter here where we have also teams of UPDF to critically analyze and assess these applications and find out who are these people. Do they have necessary credentials to join the force? Ekyo tukikoze. Today, kutandika enaku 2 September, is it today? Now, we are going to ensure that we have already identified suitable candidates.
So mbadde mwekenenya application ezo kutandika n'olwaleero mugenda kulondamu
tumaze kulondamu kati wente nyugerera tumaze kulondamu. We have already started shortlisting the names, the suitable candidates. Now those names will be taken back to their districts where they applied from. Tuzikomyawo amanya tukakomyawo ku RDC's office tugapininga ku notice board kati kuva enaku 2 olwaleero aba applying they are free to go back to office of RDC and check on the notice board. Did they go through? Kubanga many are called and few are chosen. And as you know, UPDF, it's a darling to Ugandans. And LDU, local defense personnel, are part of UPDF family. Notwagala emitwalo 10 tujifuna kubanga UPDF abantu bajagala kati amanya gajja kukomawo ku list ejja kukomawo ku notice board ya RDC. Kati aba applying mbasaba muddeyo ku RDC's office from 2nd mukyenge ku notice board eri mulabe waayitamu obanga waayitamu damu olabe when are you going for interviews. Because okuyitamu ebali mu interview gakyali mabaga tutandika butandisi obanga waayitamu that's very good, but you have to undergo interviews.
Okay, so those are the
interviews zibanga zitandika countrywide enaku 7, but we have centers, what we call recruitment centers. Nazo recruitment centers zijja kubeera ku notice board. Now when you are checking your name that you went to, you find out whether you went through. Also try and find out when and where your recruitment center eriwa kikulu nnyo ate olunaku ki kati for example you find that abewakiso Kampala Mpigi n'Emityana they will be coming at 1st division headquarters Kachiri for interviews kutandika enaku 7. Naye it is important you go there before 7th because 7th interviews are starting and every district has its own day for interview. Oyinza kubanga waayitamu eno mu applications onoyitamu you are from Wakiso and Wakiso is supposed to report for interviews on 7th and for you go on 10th. Despite of the fact that you went through the first phase, the second phase you would have missed your day and maybe you could automatically be knocked out because the day you have gone for interview it is now for Mityana.
Okay.
Now from 7th interviews are starting. Now from 2nd people are supposed to go and cross check their names and find out recruitment centers and find out the dates for their districts. All of them will be hanged at RDC's office. Kati tumaze 16 September nga tugalawo nga tumaze exercise. Ate when you come for the interviews at the recruitment center maybe Kachiri noyitamu we take you for training.
Siddayoka
toddayo obanga omaze obanga oze you are welcome to the force nga tukutwala for training. Ebikwatako byonna biti maya transport maya pocket money manyabi byonna oleka waka ffe tukutwala tujja kukulabirira nomala training you come back as a changed person. As a changed person and ready to serve your country. Now maybe I wanted to shed more light on the criteria for recruitment and qualifications because that's very, very important. We wanted somebody to have first and foremost 18 years to 29 years of age because that's when somebody is still energetic and strong to do the training. Secondly, twagala omuntu oyo abeere ali
18 to 20.
29 years of age. Twagala omuntu oyo abeere Munnayuganda. And how can we verify that? Lucky enough, we have national identity cards. When applying application area, you also attach an identity card. Photocopy, of course. Photocopy. Because originals of your academic credentials and ID, you will come with them when you are coming for interviews. Okay. Now, national identity card, but we have some people who did not get national identity cards. They applied with NIRA, but they haven't received national identity cards. And we never wanted these people to miss the opportunity of joining the local defense personnel. Now, what we could advise them, we could tell them that what you do, you also attach the other form NIRA gave you when you applied for a national identity card. And they could photocopy that form and attach it. Then we wanted somebody to have a minimum qualification of senior 4 and above. Senior 4 is the minimum, and above.
Whether you have a degree,
whether a diploma, whether a PhD, no problem. But we're also interested in these people who did artisan courses. Artisan courses like who are plumbers, mechanics, carpenters, drivers.
Why do you need them? Good.
That's very good. As you know, UPDF, one of its characters in the Constitution is productive. And we are involved in very many productive ventures. We have an engineering brigade. And of recent, the good news, I think you are already aware as a journalist, we are given other assignments of getting involved in construction of schools, hospitals, and roads. Because they have trust in us. Therefore, we wanted also the people who did civil engineering, electrical engineering, and any vocational related course. And any course we are also getting, but a minimum of senior 4 and above. Then somebody must be not married. Marital status, single. Twagala abafumbo basooke bajje bajja kuwasanga bavuddeyo. No children, no child, no husband, no wife. Marital status, you are single, so that you can come and concentrate more, not when you are there and they are calling you from home that the woman is admitted in Murago, is pregnant. Because you must put all your mind and your body in the training. Therefore, we wanted people who are single when we are recruiting. Then
atoli bwabanga yazaalako naye nga yali etazo kwegatta kujje oba ayina omwami we but awulira he can, because n'emyaka gye muwadde 18-29 I doubt whether musobola okufuna range eyo mu range eyo ng'oli talina mwana.
Ffe tukola, we make it categorically very clear, we put it in black and white, and we inform you what we are interested in. You can deceive us. Because if you're a man at all, I may not know it. Even if when you're a girl, I may not know it, that you have kids at home. But at one time, you may need to inform us that something has happened to your children. And now, what will be your response? What will be our response? Twakugamba ki ngatandika, which is not good. Kati tubanga preferring those who are singles, because we know. We know. Then another thing, of course, good conduct. Good conduct is very, very important. And that's why we are calling upon the LOCs to give a letter and the GISOs, and with no criminal record. Then forgeries. Guno mutindo gw'okujingirira empapula z'obuyigirize. If we could get you and you have forgeries, and I think obanga olugude kupata the law takes course.
Okay, what about health status?
Yes, bade kyabyogera ko medically, you are supposed to be medically fit, but the beauty of it is that when you come for the interviews, we also have a UPDF medical team stationed there that will take you through medical checkups, mental and physical. Therefore, no more to limba gwenojja, but remember we have a medical team because UPDF is a professional and we have different professionals, and one of them is we have the medics, we have hospitals, UPDF. Therefore, we have our medical teams. Whenever we go for recruitment of any kind, one of the teams that compose the whole the whole exercise, we must have medical teams.
Yeah, but again, we've had reports, Afande, ezabamu kuba recruits, abafa, first day je bagenzo oluka exercise ke bakola. We've had a few cases of such. Kiva kuchecho webanga muina medical team ebera okola assessment y'abantu bano.
Sinafuna that complaint. Ngwaliko bagenda ku training ate nafiirawo. Naye twanga twagala omuntu abeere physically fit for the training.
Kale kankuwe ku bantu nga okyaliko Baba TV, nze Adam Kongo, Major Charles Kabona, omwogezi wa UPDF First Division wamu n'ekibinja kiri ekya LDU oba LDUP nga bwaya preferring okubanga akiyita. Njagala ogereko naffe butereevu nnyo mu ddakiika zino 4-5 ezisembayo atubeere nga tufuna ky'obuuza ku recruitment eyaba LDU egenda maaso mu ggwanga lyonna. Afanda atugambye nti bakikola mu phases lw'ensonga z'ebyobulamu n'ebirala. Ntambufunze ddala ompe ekibuuzo kyo kanfune ono ndowooza gwe mbatandika naye. Hello. Hello. Webale kulaba amannya go nejo sinzidde.
Mejima ndi wano Munyonyo.
Yes, mwami Jime neyogerako nnyo.
Mbadde nakole mukulu. Alambuludde ensonga ze bulungi. Naye abafanga batandika kulinga wala balabe katali mu Uganda. Ne aba LDUs bagamba bali under UPDF. Aba LDUs basiufu bampisa basirikidde ekintu ekyo naye anzanyesewo.
Kale abale
agamba ku discipline
ayogera ku discipline aga nti ba LDUs basiufu bampisa nnyo tebalinga mweyisa. Kafuna omulala. Hello. Hello. Okay. Bokuba esimu va kumpi TV yo. Webale. Hello.
Yeah, sebo.
Webale kulaba.
Kale sebo. Kakati kyembuuza.
Gwani abuuza sebo.
Tampita Kibiri Bosco.
Oli wa Bosco?
Ndi Masaka wano.
Masaka, yes.
Kyembuuza kakati ogamba nti toyagala bazaalako oba tobagiiko ddembe lyabwe.
Okay. Abale nnyo mugana okuva Masaka. Bw'osibira abazaalako ebweru eddembe ly'okwegatta kujje oba toli bajjeeko. Hello, Baba TV.
Hello.
Sebo.
Hello, Baba TV. Yeah, Baba.
Amannya ago ne gy'osinzidde? Webale kyuma kikusazeeko kubanga oleseeko TV yo. Kanfune omulala. Hello. Hello. Kale kanfune yasembayo tubeere nga tumaliriza enteekateeka y'enkya y'olunaku olwaleero. Hello, Baba TV. Hello. Okay. Ndowooza tukomaawo. Hello, wasembiyo sebo? Amannya go ne gy'osinzidde? Webala amannya go ne gy'osinzidde? Osinzidde wa?
Wano Kivuli.
Yes, sebo.
Kati kibuuzo oyo ofisa erukomawo leero tugende tujakinge leero.
Damutuwulira?
Ekomyewo leero tugende tujakinge.
Kale webale ekibuuzo kituuse. Abale nnyo mugana wange abuuza list zikomyewo bagende ku madistrict bakyekinge tumalirize eddamu abafanda olwakadde.
Ekyokusooka njagala okwebaza ba viewers baffe abakubya amasimu n'okuteesa bulungi kubanga tujja kugenda mu maaso nga tukolera wamu ebitagenze bulungi nga tubigonjoola naye nga tukolera wamu kubanga ffenna situle tujagala. It is a public good. Twagala situle tebeerewo tujja kugenda mu maaso n'otukoleramu ensobi namweza kutuwa bulamu nomutugamba ekyokukola naye nga tugenda nga tukola mu maaso kulaba nga eggwanga lyaffe lina security ate nga nywevu. Nyaga kwebaza abakubye amasimu kyokusooka. Jima badagamba ku kya discipline, agambye ku kya discipline. Okusooka nkugambye nti abakolamu ensobi tebaali bangi, naye aba LDU abangi bakola omulimu mulungi. Ate n'Abannayuganda abangi bonna bakimanyi LDU ekoze omulimu mulungi mu bitundu byabwe ebabeeramu. Naye waliko abakolamu ensobi tutugaanye, naye abakolamu ensobi bali nga bazikoze ng'abantu ne bakola ensobi. Naye ife nga institution ya UPDF twali nga tukola kyokoze ensobi, tuyinza kukweka. We can't keep quiet ng'okoze ensobi. Twabakwata, twabateeka mu kooti, abantu abasiba, abantu abagoba. Ekyo kibanga kitegeeza for us as UPDF we don't condone impunity of any kind. Tuwagira ebikolwa ebikyamu. Ate tujja kugenda mu maaso. Naye namwe abantu baffe babulijjo bali eyo. Tubasaba singa olaba omuntu waffe wa LDU oba wa UPDF akoze ensobi oba ali kumpi kukola ensobi, oyinza kutukubira amasimu, oyinza kuinforminga poliisi eri kumpi, oyinza kuinforminga mukama we mukatunda ako abanga amukomandinga, oba oyinza kuinforminga LC1 oba gisoro ogamba omusirikale mulaba nnyo anywa ku mwenge ennaku ennyingi ate abanga ayina emundu ate obanga otugambe kikulu mutuwe ku information. Ekirala ekyokuwasa agambye n'agamba azaalako mu muganyi tayingira eddembe lye.
Oba tomuggyeko
eddembe lye si kyekyo, kubanga
obanga genti okuzaala musango
ndowooza ojja kukirizana nange ngu education is also a right. Among the rights we have in this country, education is a right. Si kyekyo. Naye toyinza kuva n'otwala omwana muwala ng'alina olubuto lwa myezi 8 n'omutwala n'amagunga n'ogamba mulesi wano mu senior 3 ne bamuadmitting. And why? Because education is a right. Wali mulesi ng'alina olubuto n'ogamba mwana wange mulesi wano alina olubuto lwa myezi 8 mumuwe ekisulo kibuli oba mumuwe ekisulo abeera wano ng'asoma afuna education. Because there are standards that ezibateekako in every institution, in every sector, in every system. Kandi naffe ng'amagye tugamba oba nga ojja kutujoininga twagala omuntu alina family, because tumanyi what will go through and tumanyi how that family responsibility ejja ku affecting. Badagamba enaku z'okucekinga to go and check on the
list zakomyo tugende
ku program yaffe yitulina. I know it's supposed to be from 2nd,
which is today,
to go and check up to 16th. Programs are zitulina to closing 16th, and the interviews are starting from 7th country. Keeping other factors constant.
Obale fande akadde kotuwadde tukuyanza abantu bagaye basibe bulungi.
Mwebale nnyo abakuyama abasimu. Njagala kwebaza. I want to thank the management of Baba TV to give us time, to give us airtime, and thank the people of Uganda abali eyo okutwagala. Ate tujja kugenda mu maaso working together with you to make sure we strengthen security in our country, because security is a public good, it's a common good. All of us, we need it. I wish you a blessing. Thank you very much.
Alright, webale nnyo afande Charles Kabona, Major Charles Kabona ayogera first division ey'ekibinja ekisooka ekyajje lya Uganda, Central Region, nga yetwala n'ekitongole kya UPDF. Afande waliwo abalina okuba nga balina bye baleetaza okumanya mu mbeera ey'okwewandiisa katono nnyo nga tumaliriza. Osobola obbawa namba singa baba balina batategedde?
Yes. Enamba yange y'essimu ate eri ku WhatsApp eri 0772 39 07 I can repeat 0772 39 07 0772 39 0716.
Good. Well, anga tumaliriza abasomesa njagala okubajjukiza ministry y'ebyobulamu ebajjukiza nti okugema abasomesa bonna okwetola eggwanga kugenda mu maaso nga tweteekateekera okuddamu nate okugula amasomero. Government eri mu nteekateeka egema abasomesa n'abo bannani teaching staff ku masomero gonna okwetola eggwanga lyonna. Ministry baga nti mu wiiki esooka ey'omwezi guno ng'omwenda at least abantu bonna balina okubeera mu masomero nga basomesa abayizi ne non teaching staff mulina okubeera nga waakiri mufunyeeko first dose ey'eddagala eryo erigema nga gavumenti bweyongera okutunulira process ey'okugulawo amasomero mugende babageme mu bifo byonna ebigemebwamu. Minisitule bagamba omukisa guno temugusubwa yanguyako enteekateeka ey'okugulawo amasomero. Nze Adam Kungu tukomye wano enkya y'olunaku olwaleero, tunaddamu nga tuzzeemu. Jambo.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Welcome wherever you are on Planet Football.
You can go anywhere in the world, but nobody feels football like we do.
There's no feeling like that feeling.
It's a